Hello and welcome to episode 1 of today's complaints. My name is Brad and I'll be your host. I should tell you up front that we at today's complaints do not edit our videos, and you kind of have to put up with some nonsense sometimes, but you kind of get what you pay for. I'll do my best though. Episode 1, the pilot, the very first episode ever. I'm just pulling up to Snake Lake in my favorite park. Okay. We have a complaint. We have our very first ever complaint on today's complaints. And that is that there are these 4 parking spots at the trailhead. And the trailhead curves right before it gets to the parking lot, which means that anybody who's trying to break into a car has no assurance that the owner of that car is not going to just walk out of the woods at any second. So if you want to break into cars, you need to break into the ones that are parked where I'm about to park. So that's not good. So there's complaint number 1. I got here too late or too early or something. I always want to blame everybody else. It's like all they're doing is what I'm doing. They're just driving to Snake Lake to put their cars in parking spaces so they can go for a walk. And yet somehow, because they're in the space I want, they're somehow doing something wrong, and I'm the innocent victim in all this. So there's another complaint. I seem to have a problem with perspective. God damn. Sorry. Okay, complaint number 2. I don't think a Christian should be taking the Lord's name in vain, and I do it all the time. It's a really bad habit. I mean, it just comes out. I was not being very careful yesterday. I'd only gotten up to about 20, but that's still way too fast to drive up on a curb. And I didn't go up on the sidewalk or anything. It was just like, boom. I'm really worried that I've done something to tie rods or whatever. It feels okay, but it was a really violent impact. And I have had one on a much stronger car than this that cost me a lot of money after I did something similar. Well, this is not getting off to a good start, but it's the first one ever, and so the first one's never good. I just arrived at Snake Lake to do my 30-minute walk. I've been walking 30 minutes a day or more since February 9th, 2004, except I missed one day. After 15 years of walking literally every day, I forgot. That was on November 19th, 2019. And so if I've calculated this right, I made it 5,396 consecutive days and then forgot. I don't know how you forget. It's like forgetting to drink water or something. Forgetting to breathe. So as you can see, I've got a lot of complaints. Never going to run out of material. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay, I practiced this before. I have to stare at that line. If I want to make eye contact with you, I can't pretend I'm using Marco Polo. If I was using Marco Polo, I could look straight ahead. It doesn't look like I'm looking straight ahead, but I'm actually just looking directly at the screen. This is like the opposite of when a little kid tries to catch the mirror not reflecting his glance, like he tries to look away and then look really quick. This is the opposite of that. I'm trying to do this, but I'd also like it to have that mirror effect the way Polo does. So this started because of Polo. I would send all these Polos to Kathleen, and it wasn't even my purpose to complain endlessly. And I found that there's no shortage of I don't know if I'm normal or if I complain more often. I don't know if it matters how much other people do it. All I know is that I finally said to her, I think I need to start my own YouTube channel. And I was joking, but then I thought, why not? What else am I holding out for here? Live a really, really boring life. Oh, I love spending time with my grandkids and my daughter and son-in-law, but with COVID, that's put a real restriction on that. The shutdowns and all the distancing and stuff. But what day is this? Oops. Don't look. Okay, I had something on my lip. But it wasn't foreign. It came out and then went back in. I think I'm starting over. I think that was way too gross. I did brush my teeth before I left, but apparently some of that breakfast burrito is still in there. Is it time to start this thing over? This is the worst pilot episode ever. I would say that this could be the original shitty pilot, like they did on Big Bang Theory, but I figure that's been done before. So we'll just go. This is the pilot. Welcome to today's complaints. What day is this? Tuesday? It's June 15th. And on Friday, I'll be 2 weeks past my second vaccination. So then I'll be able to start having overnights with the grandkids and just being a lot less worried about social distancing and all the masking and stuff. Well, I think this turned out to be a really good episode, a really good pilot episode. It was really fun, having never done this before. I now feel like kind of a YouTube veteran. Like, yeah, I've uploaded a YouTube video. I know what I'm doing. I haven't had enough complaints though. What? I complained because maybe that should be the point. Maybe the point of today's complaints needs to be how few complaints, how much better I'm getting at not complaining. Let me try to find something positive to say. Oh, I love this weather. I really do. It's like 60 degrees out. We're in Washington State. It's overcast. I don't think it's too humid. There's a complaint. My freaking passenger window, if I roll it down, it might not go back up. This is pretty cool. Come here. Oh, wait, I can't change this midstream. It's not like Polo where you can just hit the... No, I can't. I would have to do this. And now I don't know if you can see it or not. Look at all those ants. That's pretty cool. I won't even know if that showed up until I play the video back. Okay. Well, Snake Lake probably has snakes. Who knows? But that's not why it's called that. If you look at it on a map, Tacoma, Washington, Snake Lake is one long, really long pond. I don't know why they call it a lake. I mean, I'm sure there must be some reason officially why something is called a lake and not a pond. But there's parts of it on the ends that look like mud puddles. Well, I believe this has been kind of a disaster, and it's not up to the standards of a pilot episode. So if you never see this as the pilot episode of today's complaints, you'll never know. So it's going to be okay. And I'll just do better next time. I could actually come to these prepared. I could write an outline, or at least just try to memorize something. So I'll work on it. Is there anything you want to say? There's nobody there. Okay. Good day. And, oh, here's a challenge. See, that's because they edit them. I was going to say, I never see the YouTuber look away as he's trying to find the button to hit stop. And that's because they edit. Now I've got to change hands, keep eye contact. I think if I do this and go straight, I can see the dot. No? Okay, that didn't work. Okay, here's what it looks like if I don't maintain eye contact with the viewer and I do look over at the button I'm about to push. It looks like this.